Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Sabbath and peace to all Israel. All praises be to the power of Abraham and Jacob for his mercy endured forever. Truly a blessing to be here at this time and this place to go over the scriptures with the children of Israel, the true worshipers of the Most High. That's what the Most High is looking. The prophecy of the kingdom is that the true worshipers will worship the Most High. And you are the true worshipers of the Heavenly Father. How do we know we're the true worshipers? Because we worship the Most High according to as it is written, according to what's written in the Bible, not what any pastor, any preacher has to say. You know, no one here is claiming to be any holy man of Yah, saint, or anything to that effect. But that we are all the holy nation of the Most High Yah. And we're all susceptible to the Holy Spirit that the Father spreads onto his children freely, who has opened us all up to the light of the Heavenly Father. So we're going to open up the Word of Yah. We're going to learn through the verses that is contained therein. So tonight's topic, we're going to talk about music, because there's many different battlefields that when you come into the spirit, you have to conquer. And one battlefield that will help you is music, that you keep the righteous music around you, which keeps away demonic spirits. A lot of times we look at thoughts and emotions and don't realize thoughts and emotions are words that this society uses. But in the scriptures, they're called spirits. All right. If you have a angry spirit, right? Somebody might say you got an angry emotion, but no, you have an angry spirit upon you. Right? And the Most High teaches us through the scripture how to control spirits. And music is very influential on how spirits, move, how they can be controlled, how they can make you feel, especially around this time of the year where he's pumping his spirit, his what he calls a holiday spirit. I had to call him holidays, right? A holiday spirit. He pushed that Christmas stuff in your ear everywhere you go, every store you at, until it starts to program your mind. Because music is very powerful. It's an enchantment. It can enchant you. So you got to be very mindful not to be taken away and caused to go astray because of this wicked music that's constantly being played. So we're going to open up the word with Colossians 3 verse 17. We'll start there, and then we're going to analyze this in the word of Yah. Hallelujah.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father right hand.
Right. So we're going to start with Amos. In Amos, the 5th chapter. The 21st verse. Amos 5, verse 21.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Come on.
I despise your feast days.
Come on.
I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Come on.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings,
right,
and your meat offerings,
come on,
I will not accept them.
So right here, the Father is saying, I hate when y'all come together. He says, I hate your solemn assemblies. I hate when you come together, even though you say in my name, you offering things up in my name. Because you're going to see this as you come to this these holidays, right? That everybody's going to be claiming to love God and this is for Jesus and this and that. But what is it really? Is it really to the Most High or to the vainglory of man? Right? During this time of the year, everybody wants to get together, and get the cooking, get the drinks, get the music go. The Most High said, I'm not even going to smell of it. If it's not of Yah, he's not even going to smell of it. Okay. He don't want no part of it if he didn't give it to us? Did the Most High give us Christmas? Or Thanksgiving? Right? Or New Year's? All these things are given to us by man. And the Most High said, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm not going to smell it. I'm not going to hear it. But let's see why. It ain't even just these. Even people say, "Well, I don't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Kwanzaa." Right? Or you got Esau trying to keep Hanukkah, right? And he done made a story in Hanukkah that's not even true. So he done took the validity right out of that holiday. When we keep the Hanukkah according to as it is written. We're going to be keeping the Hanukkah Monday night at 7 o'clock at the hall down on what was that, Gold Choice Production Hall down on 441 in Southgate. So we'll be holding a Hanukkah celebration there this Monday at even, Monday at 7. Right? It's going to be a glorious feast. It's going to be according to the commandments of the Most High. Right? Not what we see Esau doing, or what they call Jewish or Jew-like people. Because ish means like, doesn't mean the real thing. So Jewish people, we the real Jews, we're not Jewish. All right? The Jewish people made up this whole thing about lighting one candle a day. Got people thinking that this is about giving gifts for 8 days. Got people thinking it's a gift giving holiday. That's had nothing to do with it. All that is propaganda and money-making marketing schemes, because Christmas makes a lot of money, so they need to get another holiday that makes a lot of money too. So they say, okay, I don't celebrate Christmas, I celebrate Hanukkah, and I give gifts just like you do on Christmas, right? I just wrap it. My wrapping paper is just a different color, right? We're not falling for that nonsense, man. That is not of the Most High Yah. So he says, I don't want no part of this. I'm not going to smell of it. I'm not going to be in your assembly. I don't want nothing to do with this. Read on.
I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
Right, I'm not going to receive your peace offerings. You're going to say, you're going to come around the table, let's all hold hands and bow our heads. They start the prayer. Let's say grace. Yeah, Heavenly Father. Come on, man. Most High is not, he said, I'm not trying to hear you. I'm not hearing you. I don't care if it's grand uncle, he's set up the prayer, he's been set up the prayer for the last 20 years. It don't matter. For the last 20 years, the Most High just been shaking his head like, this is not of me. Okay? This is not of me. Okay? Hold that. Hold that. And give me Luke 6:46.
There's more. There's more.
Yeah, hold Amos. Give me Luke 6:46.
The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 46.
Come on.
Why call ye me Lord, Lord,
Right?
and do not the things which I say?
Right. Why do our people keep calling on the Father, but they don't do the things that the Father said to do? Nowhere did the Father say keep these holidays, to keep these holidays, right? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, and this foolishness our people every year with this foolishness, okay? And they play those carols in your head. They start playing that stuff a month in advance. Everywhere you go, every store, you know. And if you're not cognizant of it, you might even start humming. You might even start singing the song because you know the words, right? That's that old man started. That old man said, "Boy, you know, you sitting there, you're online, your mind on something else. Next you know you in the winter wonderland." That demon just got on you. It just jumped on you. You didn't even realize. You're like, oh man, so wicked spirit. Why you gotta be singing this stupid song, man? Ain't no winter wonderland. You in South Florida. Ain't no snow. Ain't no snow nowhere down here. But what we program. That's what I'm saying. And the music plays a big role in programming you. Right? It's a big role in that. It's not if what would be this Christmas and with no music, right? If you didn't hear any music, you forget that it's even that time of the year. Right? So that's why they gotta keep pushing it in the airways, in the streets. You never gotta go into a store. They push it out in the streets to you. Right? Then you got the ones where you got you got the new singers coming out with a new version of the old song. They can't let the song die. So now you got, brand new artists, it's a Meek Mill's Christmas. Right? And you're like, what the hell is this? They still making more of the song over and over again? Because why? They're going to push their agenda, but I want to see how powerful this music is. We're going to look into the scriptures. Right? You going to say something, Chef?
Obviously, Proverbs
12 and 22? Oh, yeah, I got that already.
Oh, you got it.
Read that.
The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 47.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings,
right,
and doeth them,
and do what?
And doeth them.
Whoever come to me, heareth my sayings, and doeth them, read.
I will show you to whom he is like.
Come on, who's gonna be like?
He is like a man which built a house,
right,
and dig deep,
right,
and laid the foundation on a rock.
On a what?
On a rock.
So if you put the foundation of your house on a rock, what does that make your house? Very what? Very stable, very solid. Okay? If you do what the Father tell you to do, guess what? That's a firm, solid foundation. Not like following after what man is doing, got you all caught up with all kind of, thinking all kind of foolishness. A fat man in a red suit gonna come down your chimney, and you don't even have a chimney. All right? We got to get this fairy tales and all this madness, all this folly out of our head. Right? There's no New Year's come December 31st at midnight. That is not the New Year. There's nothing new about the year. Right? Who created years? The Heavenly Father created years. Man didn't create years. Man changed what years are. Okay? The Heavenly Father created a year to have 4 seasons. How is your year going to change in the middle of winter? Every year is supposed to have 4 full seasons. What's the 4 seasons of the year? Who knows? Somebody tell me the 4 seasons. Anybody? Spring. Summer. Fall. Winter. That's a year. Spring, summer, fall, winter. 1 year. Spring, summer, fall, winter. 2nd year passed. Every year, the year begins in what? The springtime. That's why they call it spring. To spring forth, to bring forth, to bring new. Everything is new in the springtime. It's spring again. Even the animals, in the springtime, what do? They start to mate. Because they know it's the new year. They bring forth their new offspring. So they start to mate in the springtime, which will bring forth those, children throughout the year, or their offspring throughout the year. Okay? The plants regenerate in the what? In the springtime. Everything is new in the springtime. Everything resets after the winter. So in the middle of winter is not a new year. Okay? So, our people follow these customs because they want to go party, they want to get drunk, you know what I mean? They want something to celebrate. But all the time they could have been celebrating the Most High Yahweh. Right? He gave us enough high holy days to celebrate. We don't have to celebrate these wicked observances when the Most High gave us days to celebrate. Right? We don't.
And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house,
right,
and could not shake it.
It could not what?
Shake it.
Could not shake it. Read on.
For it was founded upon a rock.
Because it was founded on a rock. Come on.
But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built a house upon the earth,
right,
against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell.
It did what?
It fell.
That means they people are going to fall. Our people are fragile out here, mentally fragile. As soon as Esau says a problem is a problem. He says a recession, they automatically feel broke. to know you've been in a recession in our neighborhoods? When was it not a recession? Right? When was it good? It was never good in the hood. Okay. So the idea is that what? Because you don't have no foundation, whatever the masses do, you do. If everybody wants to go and say Happy New Year on December 31st, our people don't even question it. If everybody wants to run to have Christmas talking about the birth of Christ, well, what does a tree have to do with the birth of a baby? What's the correlation here? Right? Nobody questions it. Why? Because we just move as a mass to do what the people do. Why? Because they have no foundation. When you build your foundation on a rock, and the rock is Yahushua, which is the Son of the Most High, which is found in the scriptures. When you build your foundation on that, you can't be moved and, yeah, I'm in a holiday spirit today. I feel good because they playing some damn jingle bells in your head. Okay, you all happy. You hear the jingle bells? No, I don't hear no jingle bells. Okay, that doesn't move us. We move when the Father moves. We move according to what the scriptures say move. All right, give me Isaiah 33, verse 6. No, whole Amos. You could drop Luke. Getting back to Amos.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6.
Right.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability.
Shall be the what?
The stability.
Right. So we talking about building your house on a rock. That when things came around, it can't move you. Why? Because you got a foundation. You got a reason for what you do. There's a meaning to what you do. It's not a fairy tale or a lie or a fantasy. It's coming from a real place, right? It's coming from a strong knowledge and wisdom and understanding that can't be changed, right? The Father says, I change not. I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. The Most High don't change. Man changed, time changed. The Most High don't change. So if you build it on him, you never have to change. Okay. There ain't gonna be no going from Christmas to Kwanzaa to whatever the holiday they be trying to drum up in this time of the year. Okay. You keep the Most High Lord, that's it. It don't change, and it doesn't get old, doesn't get played out. Okay. It's still the greatest wisdom on the planet Earth. All right, read that again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Come on.
And strength of salvation.
And what?
Strength of salvation.
And strength of salvation. This is what makes you strong. Mentally strong. Okay, spiritually strong. This is what strengthens you. That you're built on this foundation that nobody can't move you with how they feel. So you can be in the midst of emotions and it doesn't affect you. Why? Because you're concentrating on your power. Your mind is concentrated on your power. You're not concentrating on what these people are talking about. Okay? You're not going to get emotional because you didn't get invited to the holiday party. Okay? Because you understand why you was not invited. And you stand on that principle. Okay, read.
The fear of the Most High is his treasure.
Right, the fear of the Most High is his treasure. A lot of people don't fear the Most High until it's too late. Right? That last minute when they go, oh God, that's a wrap. Right? They feared the Most High on the way out. Right? When they had all the opportunity now to fear the Most High, they got time for that. It's Friday, I just got paid. About to go party, got to go down here, go down to the club, go see some shorties, spend this check. Got time to go to no Shabbat service, open up the Bible. Are you kidding me? It's Friday night. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? But those that fear the Most High, we wouldn't be caught nowhere else. We wouldn't be caught nowhere else because we didn't want it. We're not interested in anything else. That's the big difference. We're not interested in anything but what the Father has given us. Okay. So let's go back now. Let's go back to Amos. Come.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Right.
I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
Come on.
Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
Come on.
Take thou away from me.
Do what?
Take thou away from me.
Take thou away from me. Take thou away from me. So what is he saying there? Is he saying take away the feast? Who's he saying? What is he saying to take away? What is he saying to take away? He says, take thou away from me. No? Huh? The people that's all that they're doing, everybody that's at the holiday party, take all that away from me. Everybody. He don't want nothing to do with them. Okay? But contrary to popular belief, the Most High don't love everybody. Okay? Hold that and give me Proverbs 8 and 17. Let's see who the Most High loves. Okay? Because a lot of people say, well, no, God is still with us. He understands. Let's see if he's still with you. Let's see if he understands. Proverbs 8, verse 17.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 17.
Come on.
I love them that love me.
Ooh, read that again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
I love them that love me.
That's very direct. The Father said, I love them that love me. How do we love the Heavenly Father? Do we hugs and kisses? How do we love the Father? That's the only way. But you gotta give me a verse. John 14:15. Read that real quick. St. John 14:15. Right? Because we got to define things. We can't just say love God. How? People say you should love your parents. Everybody say they love their parents. But not everybody love their parents. Right? Some people treat their parents like a wet food stamp. Right? They got no love for them whatsoever. Right? Some people, everybody will say they love their spouse. Or they love their children. But what are you doing? How are you loving them? What's your action of love? Love is a verb, man. It's not something that sits over there. It's not a noun. It's not a noun. I remember this in school. Person, place, or thing. Right? Is that it now? I went to school. Right? Love is a verb. It's something you doing. You do love. You can't just St. John 15. 14, no, St. John 14:15. 1 John 14:50. How we love the Most High. Although we can go to 1 John 5 and 3. We can go there, but I went to St. John 14:50. Yeah. Read that.
The book of St. John, chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
Went there because it's very direct. If you love me, keep my commandments. Okay. So he said he loved them that love him. So he said, listen, you want me to love you? Love me first. Right? If you want me to despise you, to tell you, get thou away from me, well then do what you want to do. We started out in Amos, it says, I hate. The Father is talking about what he hates. A lot of us will believe that there's no hate in the Most High. Which I don't know how you can live in the society that we live in, look around, turn your CNN on and say there's no hate in the Father. There's obviously a lot of hate in the Most High. Right? It is poured out all the time. Right? Judgment and hate is poured out by the Most High all the time. All right? But it's also mercy. All right? It's also compassion. Just like all of us, we have all of these emotions in us. Did he not create man in his image? So why do you think that he don't have an emotion that we have? That's don't make no sense. If we got emotions that the Most High don't have, we above him. We got something he don't got. How that makes sense? We come from the Most High Yah. We are His creation. So every emotion you have, He has. Right? The difference is He's on time, and our time is all messed up sometimes. We're working on it. We trying to get right. Get our spirit right. Be on time with our emotions, right? With our thoughts, our spirits. All right. But the Father created all those things. Okay, read that. Read it again and read on a little bit.
The book of St. John, chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. And I will pray the Father, and He shall give you another comforter.
Right.
That He may abide with you.
What?
He may abide with you forever.
For how long?
Forever.
So now, commandments, then what would be abiding with you? The what? The what? We just read it. The Comforter is with you. The Comforter is with all of you that keep Yah's commandments. That's why when people are going through, they stressing out, they worrying about society, they worrying about this, worrying about that. We ain't worried about it. And then you're like, well, aren't you worried? No, I'm not worried. Because I got the Comforter. How can I be worried I got the Comforter? The Comforter is supposed to what? Comfort you, right? In trying times, in perilous times, the Comforter comforts you. So if it's war going on outside, all right, okay. Aren't you afraid? No. Why? Because we got the Comforter. Why do you have the Comforter? How do we get the Comforter? By doing what? How do we get the Comforter? By keeping it. All right, that's true. You gotta, when you read things, you gotta look back on what it's saying. Okay, you gotta reverse what it's saying and say, okay, wait a minute. Read that again from the top.
The book of St. John, chapter 14, verse 15.
Right.
If ye love me,
right,
keep my commandments.
Right. So that's first. If we love the Most High, that's the question. If you love the Most High, if you don't, then you won't do this. But if you love Him, you'll keep His commandments. Read on.
And I will pray the Father, and He shall give you another comforter.
And the Messiah said, I'm going to go to the Father. I'm going to be praying to the Father for you. I'm going to be that intercession to the Father. And the Father is going to send you another comforter. Right? Read on.
That He may abide with you.
He may do what?
Abide with you.
And He might stay with you, because the Messiah, he about to head back. He's going back to the Most High. He ain't staying. So you needed something to what? Abide with us, to stay with us. For how long? Forever. We always going to need that comforter here. Forever. Okay. But it all started with what? Us showing Him love, so He showed us love. It all went down to now what? He sent us the comforter because He loved us. Why does He love us? Because we obey Him. Right? Very simple. Very simple relationship. We do what He said, and He blesses what we need. Very simple. Problem is, we make it complicated because we have other desires, other things that we get distracted with, things that we want. And we start to serve the creature more than the creator. We start to serve man more than the power that made man. Okay? And when we do that, it gets convoluted, it gets confusing. Then you don't know, well, should I do this or shouldn't I do this? The reason why you don't know should or shouldn't, because your eyes are not one. When you're focused, you already know what to do. Okay. But that's why we come together. We come together so what? We can keep each other iron sharper than iron. We come together so what? We can help focus one another. Say, okay, well, we talk to somebody. Because that person might help me put things back in focus. Okay. Somebody that's on the same path that I'm on. Okay. Not that this person is wiser than thou, but like any situation, the person outside the situation can kind of see clearer than the person inside. I know many of y'all experienced that. And somebody might be in the situation, you're looking at it from the outside like, well, why don't you just do this and this? But the person can't see it. Why? Because they're in the stress and the confusion of the situation. Okay. So this is why the Father said what? Gather yourselves together. Okay. Right? He told us to gather together. This is one of the purposes so we can build each other up and do right and do well in the sight of the Most High. So also give me 1 John 5 and 3. Yeah, 1 John 5 and 3.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments.
Right.
And his commandments are not grievous.
Right, so this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are what? Not grievous. It's really not that difficult. Right? How hard is it to not eat pork, ham, shrimp, or lobster? Is that really difficult? Anybody having a hard time with that? Right? How hard is it to take a day off every week? Right? It's called a Shabbat. Is it really that difficult? Most High is telling you to take a day off. He's not telling you to put an extra day on. Right? But we make it difficult because we got other things that we're trying to accomplish. We're not focused. Okay? The Father's laws are easy to keep. Okay? This society wants to push us to otherwise. And they use all the devices they can use. And one of the devices that they use is music. So we got to be very careful with what music we listen to. Okay? What we allow ourselves to hear, to play, be entertained by. Okay? Because it's an enchantment. And it can lead you astray. Okay? Music is very powerful. We use it on the right-hand side, powerfully. Historically, we use music powerfully amongst Israel. Okay? Let's take a look at that. Give me 1 Chronicles. Yeah, I'm done with Amos. You done crossed it out already. You wanna go way down Amos? What, Amos?
Yeah.
All right. Let's finish Amos before I go to Chronicles. Let's finish Amos. Yeah, read it for the time. Read all those.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days. I will not stand in your solemn assemblies.
Come on.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
Right.
Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
Come on.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy song.
The what?
The noise of thy song.
All right. He says, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. So he not even trying to hear them carols and all that music playing in your ear. Moses has to take that away from me. If you're trying to sing Silent Night, Holy Night, how many different versions of this song we gonna make? Right? Silent Night, Holy Night. Right? Knowing darn well that Mashiach Yahushua was not born on December 25th. Okay. But what they're gonna use it to play on your emotions. And it's very powerful. Don't underestimate the power of it. If you're not paying attention, you'll be there singing that song, right? All in the spirit of the song, because it's like a hypnosis. You know what I mean? It's almost like what was that movie Get Out, right? Where they spin the cup and she hypnotize you, and next thing you know, you're not yourself. You're doing something outside of your character. Why? Because of that music. We in Israel, we have righteous music being made. I mean, it seemed like daily, right? How much music it has been made over the last, year or so. You know what I mean? We need to patronize this music because it's going to help you in your walk. It's going to help you keep focused. Okay. A lot of times you got the industry like the churches. What they use? They use that whole gospel music platform, right? They become million records sold, Kirk Franklin or whoever's out there, give me another name on these gospel singers. I don't even know their names anymore, right? Shirley Caesar or whatever, right? Making these songs, making millions of dollars, to push that Christian philosophy. Very powerful. The music is very powerful. It pushes the philosophy into the minds of the people. They don't even realize they're being programmed. Okay. The worldly sector music, they play on the radio all day. The Nicki Minaj, the Rihanna's, was telling our young women to be harlots, right? To hold themselves in dishonorably. And what do that women do? Exactly what the song said do. They don't even deviate. Matter of fact, they could be in the video, right? The way they walk around. Why? Because it's very powerful message. So the father said, I don't even want to hear that demonic message, that demonic music,
For I will not hear the melody of thy vows.
Right?
But let judgment run down as waters.
Let what?
Let judgment run down as waters.
And people quickly say, oh, you can't judge me. Right? Everybody say that? Don't judge me. But the Bible says, let judgment run down like water. So the Bible is saying not just judge you, but judge everything. We should be judging everything that comes before our eyes, comes in our ears. If you hear a song, you should be able to judge, is this song righteous or is this song wicked? We should be able to judge that. Right? And if it's wicked, condemn it, move on. If it's righteous, uplift it, praise it, and move on. All right, go ahead. 21 and 9?
31.
Let me get that in a moment. But let me see. Where were you headed to?
About judge for speaking to the king.
Yeah, give me that.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things.
Right. Everybody, let me get that. 1 Corinthians 2:15. Read that again.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man.
Right? But he himself is judge of no man. He that is spiritual judges all things. So that's what I mean by let judgment come down like water. All right? Water don't hold up. It pours, it keeps going. Okay? That's how judgment goes. So you're supposed to judge. You're all judges. Okay? What are you supposed to judge between what?
Right and wrong.
Right or wrong. That's it's an easy way of saying it. But right? Holy and unholy. Right? Clean and unclean. Right? How do you learn these things? Through the scriptures. Okay, we're supposed to be judging everything. Nothing's supposed to go unjudged. Okay, every matter, every situation. Right? Either it was right or it was wrong. Right? Some people say, well, let's just agree to disagree. Right? I don't think so. One of us is wrong. And it's okay because people don't want to humble themselves sometimes and say, you know what, I'm off. All right, yeah, you're right, I'm off. All right? They said, no. I'm not wrong. Right? So we have to learn how to judge black and white, man. Right or wrong. You know what I mean? Now, there's choices within rights and there's choices within wrongs. But when it comes to judging a matter, all right, you have many choices within the right. You have many choices within the wrong. Okay. Right? To make judges and officers. Be judges and between the brothers. Okay, that's like being actually a judge between brothers. Well, I'm just basically talking about your judgment, not so much you judging the matters between other people, which you can do that also, right? But more importantly, you judge matters that you're dealing with and you are a part of. You know what I mean? Either you were right or you were wrong, right? And that judgment you have to make, that judgment call, we all have to make. We all might not make judgment calls between other people's matters. It depends where life takes you, right? But we all got to judge whether you right. You got to judge this guy, right? Right? That's what's me. That's what's most important. That you make sure you judging yourself. And once you judge yourself, then you could turn and say, okay, I'm wrong. You know, if you can judge yourself, now you have the ability to judge someone else. So we have to make sure that we understand judgment. All right. Also, give me that Proverbs 31:9, and we'll also get.
By judging? First Corinthians 6 chapter.
No, for Matthews, but yeah, give me that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 9. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy.
Right. So, you know, open your mouth, judge righteously. Right. I mean, now you got to say it. This is open your mouth. This is not just a mental judge, but say, I'm wrong or I'm right. Right. There's a lot, there's power in words. Words carry a spirit. Right. Words are spiritual. Right. The scriptures say from the beginning, the Father said, let there be light. Huh? Why did he say it? Why didn't he just do it? Because the words have power. Your word is spirit. That's what it said. The word became flesh, right? And the word dwelt with us, right? What does that even mean? Does that mean it was like he was like a walking word? What does that mean? It means that word have power and strength. And the power and strength was possessed in Yahushua. So the power that was in the word was in Yahushua. All right? So this is what to understand how powerful what you say is. So you can't just say things frivolously anymore. In the world, we just said things because we like the way it sounds. You know, we don't make sense to ourselves, the person that's even saying it. All right? We have slangs that they, we did, for shizzle, my nizzle, sizzle, or whatever you said. What does that even mean? Right? But we would all say it because it was just something to say, because our words were used to vain babblings. Okay? Saying things that have no wealth to what we're saying. Okay? When you come to this truth, you realize you got to cut that out. Right? It's like when anybody raise children, they get to a certain age, you hear them making little baby talk, that's unacceptable. But use your words, right? Words have power. Don't become making noises. We don't do babblings. We speak. We try to speak as clear and concise, orientate the meaning of what we're saying, so the person can understand what we're saying. Very important. Right? Now you got this, I call it mumble rap. Right? A lot of these rappers, they rap, and you can't even hear what he said. You got what he say? That's the style. But that's my style. I speak so people can't hear what I say. I mean, and this is a musical style. That doesn't make any sense. Or does it? Because if you're trying to bring forth confusion, that would be a good way of doing so. Right? You're speaking a confused spirit. You're putting a spirit of confusion out there. And when people hear it, they get confused. It works. Right? Right. So we got to be mindful of all these different devices that we come in contact with. All right. One more on judging. Give me Matthew's. I know somebody's going to think this scripture in their head. I think it's 7. I think it's Matthew 7. Yeah. Yeah. Read that. A lot of people quote these scriptures and don't even know what it means. 1. Matthew 7, verse 1.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 1. Judge not,
Right?
that ye be not judged.
Right? You hear people say that all the time? They like to quote it, man. That's what I think that's on the Christian top 10 scriptures to quote and misunderstand. Right? We all know what number 1 is, right? Yeah, right. John 3:16, boy, that's number 1. Right? But this is definitely in the top 10 right here. Right? Read that again.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 1. Judge not, that ye be not judged.
Right. So if somebody were to read there and stop, they would say, see, the Father said, don't judge. So that you don't get judged. Is that what it's saying? Let's read on.
Verse 2. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye meet, it should be measured to you again.
Right. So what is it saying? It's saying that because when you judge, know that you're going to be judged for the same things you judge in someone else. So it says, I can't tell you don't steal and I'm a thief. Okay? That's not gonna gel. That's not gonna go over well. Right? Not with you or the Most High. Because you looking at me like, dude, I just saw you stealing last week. Are you trying to tell me I can't steal? You been looking at me crazy. Like, you know, they say our parents that be smoking, you don't smoke. And they lighting up a cigarette in their face. Really? Your child's going to smoke too when you're not looking. You acting up. Right? Right? They pass things off as being adult things to do, but you know what? A lot of things that people pass off as being adults shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be doing it either. Okay. So what? What meter you judge, that's going to be judged for. That's why I said judge now. Right? Because it's saying, listen, before you start saying what's right or wrong, make sure you're right. Make sure you're not wrong. Right? Read on.
Verse 3. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye?
Right?
But consider not the beam that is in thine own eye.
Right. You have not considered yourself. You have not fixed yourself, but you see what's wrong with your brother. You can't do that. You first have to fix yourself. That's why a lot of times I always tell young men they come into this truth. Man. You can't come into this truth 2 weeks and be out on the street prophesying. Right? Because you're not ready yet. You still have to get yourself right. So that when you go to deliver the word of the Most High, it is with sincerity that you or yourself have already accomplished this thing. I can't tell you go somewhere I haven't been there. Do something I haven't done. Right? Now, how sincere would that instruction be? We go forth to tell the people keep the Sabbath because we keep the Sabbath. We tell the people don't eat pork, ham, shrimp, or lobster because what? We refused and have been refusing that pork, ham, shrimp, or lobster. So we can bring forth this understanding to the people without perverting the word of the Most High. But now you got people teaching the Bible, but not living it. So they have to pervert the word, because the word will be a witness against themselves. So they got to tell you, oh, just call in the name of Jesus, right? And everything is going to be all right. Just pray over it, and everything is going to be all right, right? They have to tell you that because that's what they're doing. They can't tell you to keep the command if they're not keeping it. Right? They already decided that that's too difficult, so they're not going to spew that your way. They ain't doing it. Okay. Read on.
Verse 3. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye?
Come on.
Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye,
right? And
behold, a beam is in thine own eye.
Right, you can't help your brother get right and you not right. How are you going to help him? You don't know what it takes to get there because you haven't been there. You have to get right, then you can help somebody get right. You have to have overcome sin to help someone overcome sin. But if you have been overcome by sin, all you're going to do is help the person do the same thing you do. So this is what the scripture is talking about. It's talking about what? Judging yourself first before you judge anybody else. Give yourself right, and then you can help get your brother right. Anybody flew on an airplane? Anybody been on an airplane before? What did they tell you? You first put the mask drop down from the seat. What are you first supposed to do? Put your mask on first, then help the other person. Why? Because if you fumbling with their mask and you drop out, guess what? Now you're gonna kill two of y'all. At least you put your mask on first, and then you just figured out how to do it. You can now put somebody else, help somebody with theirs. It's simple. The mentality is real simple, but sometimes we overlook these things. These are the things that we overlook. You know what I mean? What's that? Yeah. You know what I mean? We overlook it. All right, read on.
Thou hypocrite.
Thou what?
Thou hypocrite.
Right. Thou hypocrite. All right. We all know what a hypocrite is. When somebody come and tell you something, they doing the same thing you do, and they try to tell you wrong. First, you like, oh, this person's such a hypocrite. Telling me don't be late, and they always late. Right? Yeah, I know I shouldn't be late, but you can't tell me not to be late because you're more late than me. Right? That's how that's a normal mentality of man. Right? A woman. That's our mentality. We want to hear from a source that has accomplished these things. Right? Scriptures say you don't consort with a lazy person about working because they don't want to work. Right? It's real simple. Right? You don't ask a broke person for financial advice. They don't have no money. Right? How could they give you financial advice? Right? It's real simple. Right? Read on.
Almost up in verse 4 again.
It was a fat personal trainer. I mean, what are you going to tell me that you have not told yourself? Right? Read on.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 4. Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye.
Come on.
Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
Right. Right. So what? It's all about not being a hypocrite. That's what this verse is about. It's not about not judging, but it's about not judging unrighteously. Judge righteously. Okay? That's the key. When you judge, judge righteously. Not just is it right or wrong according to the scripture, but am I in a position to judge this matter? You got to ask yourself that question sometimes. Am I in a position to judge that matter? I can tell them what the scriptures say, but can I really come down and say, yo, you need to stop this or do this if I have not been able to do it myself? Okay. You got to be mindful of that. Okay. You got to be mindful of that. So the Father is definitely giving us the road and path to understanding judgment. All right. And, back to the topic, we judge the music. Right? We don't want to make excuses for it. We judge it. If a song is wicked, don't listen to it. Okay. The best way to prevent that is compile righteous music and listen to that, because it's a win-win. It's not just not listening to the worldly music, but now you need to listen to music that encourages you to do well, encourages you to be righteous, encourages you to remember righteousness, remember the struggle, remember the positions that we're in. Okay, it's very powerful. So let's get into the music topic a little bit deeper. 1 Chronicles 25, verse 1. Cut.
book of First Chronicles, chapter 25, verse 1. Moreover, David and the captains of the host separated to the service of the sons of Asaph, and of Heman, and of Jeduthun, who should prophesy with harps.
Should prophesy with what?
With harps.
How do you prophesy with a harp? What's a harp? It's a musical instrument. He said these men prophesied with harps. Read on.
With psalteries.
With psalteries, another instrument. Read on.
And with cymbals.
And with cymbals. More instruments. Read on.
And the number of the workmen according to their service was of the sons of Asaph, Zakur, and Joseph, and Athaniah, and Asurla, the sons of Asaph, under that.
All right. The sons of Asaph. All right, we'll stop right there. Because we'll go into Psalm. Let's get the Psalms. Who's the sons of Asaph? What are they known for? They were the chief musicians. Okay. Go to Psalms 79. I don't know if it says it in your Bibles.
Yeah.
Does it say it? What does it say? Before the Psalm 79. A Psalm of Asaph, verse 75. Right. I want you to read 75. It says, to the chief musician, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a psalm of Asaph. So what did Asaph do? When they prophesy, what do they prophesy to? How do they prophesy? With music. Well, that's lyrics and song and backed by music. So they were prophesying using music. This is the purpose of the musical talent that the Most High has given us, you know, as a people. Not for us to moonwalk and you know, do the running man or whatever foolishness else we're doing. The music he gave us was for us to prophesy in song, in melody, in harmony. These things are very powerful. That's right. Psalms 150 and 3. That's good for yourself. Psalms 150 and 3. 150 and 3. Yeah. You know that song. Yeah, that song every week.
The book of Psalms, chapter 150, verse 3. Praise him with the sound of the trumpet.
Right.
Praise him with the psaltery and harp.
Come on.
Praise him with the timbrel and dance.
Come on.
Praise him with the string instruments and organs.
Come on.
Praise him upon the loud cymbals.
Come on.
Praise him upon the high sounding cymbals.
Right. Everything that have breath.
Let everything that have breath praise the Most High.
Right. So what? That's how you use music. You use music to praise the Most High. To prophesy. Right? So not just praise, but also prophecy comes through the music. So now we're talking about things that's pertaining to righteousness within the music. Okay? That's the kind of music we need to indulge in. That's the kind of music you can't have too much of. Okay? We need to have that music in abundance in Israel. It's very important that we understand how powerful it is. The music, listen, if you have like a sad spirit on you, that music can take that spirit right off you. Take it right off you. You might have an angry spirit. You hear that song, it's, you know, that song got you smiling. Because that's your joy. That's your joy. Oh, man, yeah, that's my joy. And that song will lift your spirits. How much more if the lyrics in the song is righteous as well. You know what I mean? Certain songs bring us back to certain times and dates in our life. You hear a song or a melody and everyone, oh man, remember that song? What was I, 12? What was I, 10? What was I in junior high school? What was I in elementary school? Somewhere. It take you right back to that time. To show you how powerful the memory of that song is. Okay. We start to cultivate and use our music the way the Father said to use it, we will see the power. Get 1 Samuel 16 and 14. Let's show you the power of music once again. So here we learned that what Asaph, they prophesied with their harps, playing music, making songs, got down and sang. And when you read these psalms, those were songs. They were talking about different things of different situations, what was going down, things that happened, things that's going to happen, their relationship with the Father, everything, every aspect of it is covered in these psalms. When you read the psalms, most of the psalms were songs, right? When I say most of it, out of 150, maybe 100 of them were songs. Maybe 50 of them was prayers that went out. Majority, overwhelming majority of all of them was all songs. Okay. 1 Samuel 16, 14.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 14. But the Spirit of the Most High departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Most High troubled him.
Right, so what was in Saul? An evil spirit was in him. Now you have to know that an evil spirit can enter any one of us at any given time. Okay. The only way you know an evil spirit is entered onto you if you're being, if you're examining yourself and you say, oh, what spirit is that? You know what I mean? You could rebuke it quickly so it leaves you alone. Right? So you say, resist the devil and he shall what? He shall flee. But if you don't resist it and you let him in, you say, oh, devil, come on in. Right? He will abide with you. Right? And have you doing all sort of stuff that don't make sense. You might blame it on emotion. You might blame it on the alcohol. Right? You might blame it on something. But it's just an evil spirit. That's all it is. Okay. That's all it is. Right? We make it out to be more than it is. Rebuke that spirit. Alcohol, that's why they call it wine and spirits. Because that alcohol will weaken you to defend yourself against evil spirits. Everybody understand that? That it will cause a wise man to fall. All right. It will cause a wise, I believe the scriptures say, wine and women. Let me see what that scripture say. That said, what was it, 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, so right, 19 verse 2. We 1 and 2.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 1.
This is in the Apocrypha. We don't have one yet. We don't have any. Do we have more Apocryphas back there? I think we do, right? I'll say, all right? I think, okay. If you don't have an Apocrypha, we do sell them. All right? So don't be shy. All right, read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness should not be rich.
Right, a laboring man that gets drunk, he ain't gonna be rich. Why? When he go to work, he get drunk, then what? He might miss work, spend his money, do foolishness with it, because why? Blame it on the alcohol. Right? Read on.
And he that contempleth small things shall fall by little and little.
Right? They contempteth small things. I believe we guys going into Contempteth small things by little and little. It's because I think as one with fighting with small things, but somebody look at that word contempteth. We got the right understanding here. Contmneth. Google that for you. You got it?
King James Bible Dictionary. 10. Word. Despise, consider, treat as mean or despicable to sworn.
Okay. Like I said, arguing over small things, making small things a big deal. Right? Being petty, in other words, being petty. So that's what the scripture's talking about. So I figured it meant, but I just wanted to make sure we had the right definition. All right, read on.
Verse 2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away.
Right, wine and women will bring spirits. Okay, on a man. So he has to be mindful. Right? That doesn't mean you can't have wine and you can't have a woman, but you have to know that there's a time and place. Okay, you have to know it's you don't want to have wine, and be amongst, the wrong type of woman, or, vice versa. So just be mindful. All right,
And he that cleaveth to harlots.
Cleave to what?
Harlots.
So we know what kind of woman it's talking about. It's talking about harlots.
Will become impudent.
Become impudent. Go back. What does it mean? What impudent mean? You mean you lack what? What do you lack if you're impudent? Huh? Nope. 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 Lack. Impudence is a lack of something. It will end up being respect. It will end up being respect. But impudence is a lack of feeling. Okay? I mean, you won't care. You do whatever. It won't matter because you have an impudent mind. Somebody has an impudent mind. That's the people that say, well, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever. That's an impudent mind. Right? Of course you don't care. Right? Of course you're not considering, is this right or is this wrong? And impudent mind don't consider that. They just do it. That's what an impudent mind does. Okay? Like Nike say, just do it. Right? Breeding impudence. Right? Forget about the circumstances. Go for it. That's an impudent mind. Okay? So we don't want to be walking around with an impudent mind, a mind that lacks compassion and understanding and wisdom. That's what you'll be lacking if you're impudent. Okay. You can also look up impudent on your time you see that it's severe lack of feeling. All right. So let's go back. We're talking about spirits now. So the evil spirit entered into Saul. We're at 1 Samuel 16, 15.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 15. And Saul's servant said unto him, Behold now, an evil spirit from the Most High troubles thee. Let our Most High now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player of an harp.
Seek out a man that's a cunning player of a harp. Why? Read.
And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from the Most High is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well.
So what? You mean to tell me that the music, just the melody of the righteous music, what did it do? It can cause the evil spirit to leave. Sometimes you could just hear a track, what we call a track, an instrumental, and it evokes a certain emotion. Just a track. You don't know lyrics on it. Just the music. Okay? You might want to listen to something of jazz or something of hip hop or reggae or classical or something. And all these songs invoke certain emotion within you. Be mindful of the emotion that's being invoked. That if it be the time and place for that emotion. Okay? On a Shabbat day, you don't want to be, put on that Marvin Gaye album, right? That's not time for that. Put that one away, right? That's during the week, right? You want to put on something that's spiritual, right? Got your mind where it needs to go, right? You don't put a bunch of love music on and you're thinking about your woman on the Shabbat, and next to the Most High jealous, right? Because your mind ain't in the right place, all right? We want to make sure that we are concentrated on the Most High on the Shabbat, okay? And any other day that we want to connect with the Father. So the music plays a role. So he said, play the harp. Maybe you could come play the harp, and the evil spirit will flee from you. Go to the last verse of that chapter, 23. Same chapter of 1 Samuel 16. Give me the last verse.
Verse 23. And it came to pass when the evil spirit from the Most High was upon Saul, that David took a harp and played with his hand.
Right.
So Saul was refreshed.
Saul was what?
Refreshed.
He played with the harp, and Saul was refreshed just off of the melody that David played with the harp. Does that mean you have to run out and get a harp? No, that's not the content of the story. It's not the harp. It's the music that the harp made. It's the spirit of the melody that was being portrayed when the person put forth their hand to make the music. You can feel that. Spirits understand. It's a spiritual thing, right? We have to learn how to recognize this and don't allow ourselves to be pulled in the wrong spirit by music, right? But don't underestimate our ability to be put in the right mind state through music. Okay, read on.
So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him.
And the evil spirit left, all because of the melody of the sound. Now you add lyrics to that, and it's just enhancing even more. That you have good melody, good sound, good lyrics, according to the Most High. Yeah, that's too powerful to overlook. Right? Too powerful. It's a beautiful thing happening in the nation now with all the young men making music and bringing out all this music. That's important. I don't even know they realize how important it is. Some of them might just like to make music. And hey, I'm an Israelite, so I might as well write about it. But the reality of it is that's a great work that's recorded in the scriptures. And it's gonna do great things for the nation. And music is very influential, right? It's what they call inspiring. You know what the word inspire means? It'll put you in the spirit. That's what the word inspire means. If somebody inspires you, they put you in the spirit of what they're doing. So they're doing great things, and they inspire you to do great things. They put you in that same spirit to do great things. Okay? The same thing when it comes to music. It can inspire a generation to consider righteousness to a generation that never hears it. You know what I mean? That music goes out on the airwaves. There's no, like I always say, I always use an analogy with the channels on the TV, but you can use the same analogy with the radio. What station on the radio is playing righteous music? What station could you press to? Is it 99.1? There sure is it, right? Right? 103.5? Is it 102.7? None of them. It's playing music that's telling you to keep God's commandments. Not one. How many stations on the dial? You can't get one? Right? There's thousands of stations on the dial. There's only hundreds of channels. There's thousands of radio stations. Not one. To show you that what? It is a media blackout on righteousness. But we need to notice this, and we can circumvent this by what? having our own music. You know, what's that? Always be using the SoundCloud, right? Put your SoundCloud on. So now you're getting, right? Put it on Hebrew Israelites or whatever the case may be, and you just get that music coming in, that inspirational music, right? Some of it is better than others. It is what it is, right? So if you want to make a playlist, right? Yeah, but it's important for us to make sure that we are spending some time musically with the Most High. Yeah. Give me Numbers 31, verse 6.
31:36.
Numbers 31, verse 6.
The book of Numbers, chapter 31, verse 36.
No, 31 and 6, but you can start with verse 5.
The book of Numbers, chapter 31, verse 6.
Start with 5.
Verse 5. So they were delivered out of the thousands of Israel,
Right,
1,000 of every tribe,
right.
12,000 armed for war.
Armed for war. 12,000 warriors. We about to go to battle. 1,000 from each tribe. Let's see what we do. Come on.
And Moses sent them to the war, 1,000 of every tribe.
1,000 of every tribe. Come on.
Them and Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the priest, to the war.
Come on.
With the holy instruments.
With the what?
The holy instruments.
Wait a minute. They went to war with what?
The holy instruments.
They went to war with the holy instruments. Because when it was wartime and they start beating that drum and blowing that horn, the people ready to fight. Right? Get them hyped up, get them ready to go to do triumph for the Most High Yah. Read.
And the trumpets to blow in his hand.
Right.
And they warred against the Midianites as the Most High commanded Moses. And they slew all the males.
And they did what?
Slew all the males.
They took the victory. But they made sure they rolled with the holy instruments. Okay. So even when it's time to go do this work and go out and battle spirits or whatever the case may be, that music was able to charge them up and get them ready to go do this work with the righteous spirit. Go ahead.
You think Esau got the same idea from like Civil War?
Absolutely. There's a lot. Listen, the scriptures say Esau is wiser than Daniel. There's a lot of things he found out through his science that the Bible been said, right? So he used it for his advantage because any power, he wants to capitalize on power. However which way he can get it, he wants the power, right? So he knew that this music is very powerful. So that's why in his he had the people that lead the armies and blow the horn and the drummers, right? And they go off and they start fighting, you know, because they understood that energized the men. And they were doing this on the left-hand side. How much more with the Most High? How much more powerful it would be with the righteous spirit along with that war cry. Okay. Obviously, it worked out because they said they slew all the males. Okay, none escaped their hands of the Midianites. So that music was very effective in that way. Okay. Well, that's part of the reason why I'm, the Spirit, want me to go into this topic. Because a lot of times things are taught because of somebody's personal feelings on something. Somebody may not be into music, and that person may not be into it, and that's up to them. But clearly, as we went through the verses so far, we see the importance of music in Israel, and when it comes to what and being spiritual, it's important. It's not it's not something that we need to overlook. All right, because we use this music All right, it wasn't something passive. Oh, sometimes we may have done it. No, these men are going out to the war. They said, send for the men with the holy instruments. Right? Saul had the spirit on him. They said, go get somebody that can play the harp and get that spirit off of that man. Okay? So we know that there's power in melody and in song. Okay? We read the Psalms, Psalm to Asaph. All these were songs. Okay? How about Miriam? All right? Even the sisters. Give me Miriam. Give me Exodus 15 and 20. Miriam, as soon as we jacked Pharaoh up and his hosts and tried to follow us through the Red Sea, right? What did she immediately do? Let's see. Exodus 15, verse 20.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 20. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand.
A what?
A timbrel in her hand.
A timbrel is a musical, kind of like this right here. Right? We know.
And all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dance.
And with what?
And with dances.
So a lot of people come to the truth and they say they can't dance now. They got to be standing like this. Can't dance. Listen, dancing is a part of your spirit. All right? How you interpret sounds with the way you move is a part of your spirit. All right? You can dance. Now, you don't want to drop it like it's hot. Right? You don't want to twerk in the sanctuary. You're going off, right? But other than that, you can dance to the Most High. Scripture said David danced. Right? How are you going to dance without music? So that show you that it's not just a personal choice. This is part of the nation. This is part of the Most High Yah. This is a part of what he gave us. First of all, the gift of music. I can't rap, right? I was never given that gift, right? I don't got it, right? I might try something, it ain't gonna last long, right? But some people have that gift. Who gave the gift? Most High gave the gift. All right. Some people could play instruments. Then people pick up instruments, never been formally trained. They can hear the sound that is on key. Their minds and their ears able to hear key. How do they do this? The Most High. They'll pick up a guitar and start playing it. Never been formally trained. Just listen to the different sounds and start making melody. Okay. Drums, trumpets, piano. I mean, there's way too many notes on that instrument. But some people sit in front of that piano and play away. These are gifts. Who are you at? Where you going? Where you at anyway? Okay, if you can hold Exodus and give me Proverbs 18:16. I'll show you something. Proverbs 18:16. Then we'll come back to Exodus.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 16.
Come on.
A man's gift maketh room for him.
Right. A man's gift maketh room for him. What does this mean? That your gift will put you in a position. If you have a gift of music, that puts you in a position to what? Make music for the nation. It's a gift that puts you there. Okay? A lot of people take the gift of music. What are they going to do? I'm going to get paid off of this. Right? They want to be American Idol. They want to be, on the next album. They want to be out there. They want to get. They can rap, so they want to get with Lil Wayne to get on his next track. You know what I'm saying? You have there with Big Sean and the rest of these jokers, right? Right. That is perverting a gift that the Father has given. That's not what the music is gift. The musical gift was given for us to try to get paid. Right? That wasn't it. I have here This book is called The Greatest Show on Earth, right? It's written by brother Zaquan Jordan, okay? It's a very good book, a lot of information in there. You know, a lot of comparisons, a lot of ways of seeing what we're going through, and, you know, in depictions, with pictures and captions and stuff like that. I believe you can get this online, Amazon. I got it from the brother directly, but you can get it. I bought it from him directly, but you get it on Amazon. So, like it says on the cover, who knows what this is? Huh? Who knows what this is? Some of our older heads might know, but what is this? A representation? What is that?
Coonery.
Huh?
Oh.
Coonery, right? It's called a minstrel show, right? That they used to do, you know, they used to entertain their slave master, right? By putting tar on their faces and making a show. And then the slave master would have some of his entertainers put tar in their faces and act like those, you know, those Negroes that you know, and make mockery of us, of the musical talents that we had. Because even at the time of our bondage, hardcore bondage, we made music. Music was always a part of us. So that's a picture of a minstrel show. Now this is a picture of a modern day rapper. They're both doing the same thing, right? Both cooling, right? For the money, huh? Now this is I think there's no way in that picture, right? But I got Jay-Z in here. You got Jay-Z. He gets, because his talent for making music and rapping, what does he now do? He now serves Satan on many different levels, because he believes that Satan blessed him with these things. He had an earth to even say that himself, right? That to believe in God and Christ, you got to be a fool. That's what he said, right? Putting it there for him and his woman drawing up signs and things of that sort. Why? Because they get the money, they get the music, and they use the gift for wickedness. They don't use the gift for righteousness. Okay? These are examples of the gift used for wickedness. And what happens when you use the gift for wickedness? You end up like this joker right here. All right? He's gone now, but you know, he was born a little black boy and died a white girl. That's what will happen to you if you give yourself over, right? Huh? Michael Jackson. One bad apple. I don't think it was one. I think the whole bunch is bad. But nevertheless, you know, you're born a little black boy and you die middle-aged white woman. Okay? How's that possible? It's possible because you're playing games with the gift. And he was very gifted. Super gifted, right? What did he do with that gift? Did he praise the Most High? Did he make songs about the Father? Make songs about righteousness? Right? He was Billie Jean, that's not my woman. Right? She says, I'm the one. It's not my child. That's the songs that he made. And hit number one. Huh? What's that song? I think he's already dead when he made that song. That's got to be one of the last songs. Yeah, he's already dead right to me. I'm talking about the 100 million records he sold. And that's an understatement, right? You know, he was Thriller, he was everything. But he wasn't saying nothing about the Most High. Never said that we Israelite. Lord knows he probably knew it too. A lot of times these people have information. When you reach a certain height in the echelon of this world, certain information is now open to you, right? What you going to do? Are you going to turn your back on all these riches to go do that? Right? It takes a strong spirit to be like what? Like David, not David, I'm sorry, Moses, right? Moses was rich and left his riches when he found out that he was a Hebrew. He walked away from it. He said, man, I'd rather be with my bruise than be up here. right? Because he had faith in the Most High. Okay. Most of our people don't have, they lack faith, so they're not going to trade his riches because they found out they're Hebrew. Okay. They're going to continue on what got them where it is. That's why Jay-Z's throwing up signs talking about he believed in Illuminati and all kind of madness, right? Because he feels that that's what paid him, that's what got him there. Okay. But we're wiser than that. We understand the gift of music should not be squandered, right? Is that it on that? Oh, 1816, that's it on that? There's more, go ahead.
And bringeth him before great men.
Right, and bringeth him before great men. So what this music is going to bring you, if you take this music right, it's going to bring you before great men. Okay. It's going to put you before the people. What does that mean? You're on stage now. The people want to hear what you have to say because of your musical talent. If you don't forsake it. All right? If you don't use it unwisely. Because if you use it for wickedness, it's going to put you in front of the great men of wickedness. If you use it for righteousness, it will put you in front of the great men of righteousness. So it's important for all our musicians, do not squander the gift. Go back to Exodus 15:20.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 20. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand. And all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, saying, Ye to the Most High, for he had triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider has he thrown into the sea.
Right, that's a song right there. Sing unto the Yahweh, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider is thrown in the sea. That's a song right there. Okay. Miriam sing. What did she sing about? What just took place? The power of the Most High. What he just did. She made a song about it that quick. And they began to sing and dance and praise. This is how music is to be used. Okay. These are all examples of how music to be used. Right? And you put your all into it. Right? If you're going to play it, if you're going to do it well. Right? You know, don't do it because, okay, I'm doing it for the Most High, so I don't gotta go too extra, too hard, or whatever. Go extra hard. When you do stuff for the Most High, you got to do it harder than if you were doing it in this world. The scriptures say to go to the Father 10 times stronger than the things you did in this world. 10 times greater, we're supposed to go to the Father. The Father said that we have to serve with all our heart, soul, and mind. That's what he requires. All your heart, soul, and mind. All right? Not just some. Okay, give me on that note, give me Colossians 3:23.
Chapter 3, 22.
23. We start with 22, I think.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 22. Servants, obey in all things your masters, according to the flesh, not with ear service, eye service, as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing the Most High. And whatever you do it heartily.
Right, whatever you do it heartily. I mean that what? Put your all into it. You know?
As to the Most High, and not unto men.
Right, as to the Most High and not unto men. Okay? So you put it in together, you're going to do it as you're doing it for the Most High. All right? You may not have a big record deal coming your way. You may not have, millions to do the video or whatever the case may be. But you still go hard for it, you do it, you make it, you bring it out. And those of us that are not artists, that listen to the music, push that music. Even if you're amongst people that don't listen to that, sometimes we might feel away, we don't want to play that here because there's no other Israelites over here. I'm gonna be banging on these songs. I don't care where I'm at. That's gonna be coming through my speakers. You know what I mean? They're gonna hear that song, and it's it's going to be dumping in there too, right? Because we are to promote righteousness everywhere we go. Okay, not just amongst our own. Let me prove that. Psalms 18 verse 49. Everywhere we go. You got songs playing. Oh no, they're not playing. You know. You go to the party and say, oh, let me put my phone on there. I put my phone there, they already know what's coming out. You know what I mean? They already know what's coming out. That Hebrew loving. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 49. Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Most High, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name.
Right, where was he at? Among the heathen. He said, I'm going to give thanks and praise the Most High among the wicked. So don't tell me I can't play my Hebrew songs if I'm in the midst of other nations or in the midst of whatever. I'll play it anyway. Play it anyway. Okay. This is a move. This is war. You know, this is something that, and in war you bring forth, you present your position no matter what. No matter what. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't hide it. You don't say I only can play this music amongst my own. You can play that music anywhere you go. Okay. They just got to receive it. Now, they can close their mouth, they can't close their ears. They need to hear. Okay. Okay. Go back to Colossians 3:23. I don't think we finished on that.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 23. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily,
right,
as to the Most High, and not unto men.
Come on.
Knowing that of the Most High ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance.
Right.
For ye serve the Most High, Amashiach. For ye serve the other one, Amashiach.
Right. You serve the other one of my shots. So what? That's who you're trying to please. That's who you want to. You don't want man to be pleased. You want the Most High to be pleased. Okay. That's your faith. That's your focus. Give me Hebrews 11:24. That's your faith and your focus. So let's push this music. Let's push away that worldly music. Let's not get no demons put on us. All right. The lyrics in these songs nowadays is waxing worse and worse. It's to the point now where they just out blatant with it. Right. Read that.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Right.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High.
Come on.
Than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Right. So if you're talented with music, don't run out there trying to be, get on Def Jam. All right. That's exactly what's going to be. All right. So you don't want to get on Death Row Records. That's what you're getting on right there. Death Row. So you want to come out and put your music out, blessing the Most High, encouraging us to do righteously, and helping the nation. That's a help to the nation. Okay. And it shows your sacrifice. And sometimes you got brothers that's talented enough, they could have went out there and did music professionally. But they decided to say, no, I'm gonna do it for the Most High. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's something that's honorable. Okay. It's honorable. But some people out there was in the music limelight and stepped down. They say, nah, I'm going to do this music for the Most High. I'm not going to do it out there. If you do that kind of music, but you're not going to get the riches that Jay-Z got unless you sing the songs like Jay-Z sung. And the topics that he touched on. All right? You guys sing about the crack rock or the dope boy or this, that, and selling this and moving this weight and that and what money you made from state to state or whatever case may be. That ain't about the Most High. Okay? That's glorifying wickedness. You know what I mean? A drug dealer, he's worse than a white man, as far as I'm concerned. You there killing your own people. These white men throw drugs in our neighborhood. Well, that's war, right? How are you killing your own people there? That's not even war. That's self-destruction. Right? That's like killing yourself. That's suicidal. Okay. But these things are glorified, dignified in music. They get Grammys and awards for putting forth this nonsense. Okay. We don't respect that. You know what I mean? We're going to keep our music righteous. Gun? Let me Acts 15 and 25. Let me get one more verse and we'll close it out.
The book of Acts, chapter 15, verse 25. It seems good unto us, being assembled with one accord, to send chosen men unto you, with our beloved Barnabas and Paul, men that have hazarded their lives for the name of our out one, Mashiach Yahushua.
Right, everybody see that? These men hazarded their lives. What does that mean? Put their lives in danger just to serve the Most High. Put their lives in doubt and danger just because what? They're not going to be stopped. They're not going to be moved. They're on that stable rock. If we started the class, they built their house on that stable stone, that stable rock. They can't be moved for the Most High. So that's the kind of mentality we got to have. Okay? We got to have that mentality. We're going to do right no matter what. No matter what's being shown to us, brought to us, you know, trying to influence us, we're going to do what the Father said. Huh? All right? This is what the Father requires of us in these last days. Okay. One more last verse. Last verse. All right. No, I'll leave it alone. So any questions on anything we went over when it comes to the music? Does everybody have Hebrew music in their phones and their cars and their MP3, MP4 players, CDs, cassette tapes? Not everybody has this computer savvy to be downloading stuff and all that. They just want the CD, they put it in. It's simple. So we're gonna have CD set up so we can have the music. We can share the music. And yeah.
Flash drives.
Even that. Flash drives and that. So even that, that's a good idea. We have flash drives and CDs. The people that don't have CD players anymore, because I've been phased out. But these cars still have them, more or less. But nowadays, the fancy radios, you just put your little chip in there, little flash drive. So yeah, we'll get those two. Put the music on the flash drive, put it on the CD, so we can spread this music around, right? So that we can, all benefit from it. Chase them evil spirits from among us. Okay, they hear that music, they gonna flee. We got a party going on, ain't righteous music going out. Satan comes to the door, he ain't coming in here. Too much righteous music, there's too much righteousness going on. Gotta move on next door. All right? So understand, how important this really is. So any questions or anything else? Okay.
How many heavens are there?
How many heavens? There's many heavens, or many understandings to the definition heaven. So when you say how many heavens, are you referring to physically?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the scriptures talk about the heaven, the sky, right? Then it talks about the second heaven, which is above the firmament, which is space, what they call space. Then there's one called the third heaven, where angels dwell. Okay? Where the Most High dwells. That's a whole nother realm. You know what I mean? So scriptures talk about these three heavens, right? Heaven could also be rulership, though. That's another meaning of the word heaven, is rulership. Okay, if he's in rulership, whatever nations in rulership is in a heavenly state. They're above all and control of everything. So those are the four definitions to the word heaven. I'm sure there's more heavens, but that's what the scriptures give. Yeah. Any scripture?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, we want to invite you to stand and face Jerusalem, send the praise unto the Most High. Imagine Wapanya Yerushalayim, stand and face Jerusalem. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh.
Who's the power?
Yahweh.
By Hashem?
Yahweh.
By Hashem?
Yahweh.
Lord's Prayer in the last one, Kodash. Speak the Hebrew. Abanawo.
Abanawo.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Haya.
Haya.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwafka.
Lakavka.
Tala'ah.
Tala'ah.
Ratizaka.
Tzaka.
Haya.
Haya.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Waharatiza.
Aratiza.
Ka.
Ka.
Vashemayim.
Shemayim.
Talanawo.
Talanawo.
Lachom.
Lachom.
Ko.
Ko.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalachanawo.
Salachnawo.
Chabawatkinawo.
Kabawakinawo.
Kasalachinawo.
Salachnawo.
Chabawatkinawo.
Kabawakinawo.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabiyanawo.
Tabayanawo.
Walasawan.
Walasawan.
Abo.
Abo.
Hawashaynawo.
Shayanawo.
Man.
Man.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Kabawakwa.
Waha'ala.
Wala'ala.
Wahathaikorarath.
Wala'ala.
La'ibulamu.
Wala'ala.
Wahashem.
Hashem.
Hamashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushua.
Amen.
Amen.
Said, I read it in English, Matthew 6, verse 9, Lord's Prayer. After this manner, therefore, pray ye. Abba now which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. For if we forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye and their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. By Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, the Walatim Yad, Amen. Like most I hand, hallelujah. All right, remember, don't forget, we got class tomorrow. We're going into the portions, 12 o'clock. You remember, don't forget, Monday night is the Hanukkah, right? Don't miss it. It'll be held at the Gold Choice Ballroom. Okay. Monday night. Don't forget, Tuesday night is just Tuesday. So Monday night, make sure you make it there. All right.